Hello viewers, in this video we are going to see the different factors and theories of media selection. In the selection of the instructional media, Ramiszewski 1997 says that the main categories of factors that may influence the choice of media are task factors, that is the type of objectives and hence the type of learning activities which should be provided for the learner. 2. Learner factors, that is some learners may learn better from certain media than others, such as auditory learner, visual learner, kinesthetic learner. Auditory learner may prefer audio media, visual learner may prefer video media, and so on. Economics or availability factors, that is, it may limit the choice in practice based on the cost of the device or media. There are several levels of decision making concerning the choice of media and technologies. At the first level of decision making, strategic decisions may be made by the institution and the tactical decisions may be made by the individual teacher. If an institution has decided, for instance, to deliver all courses online or to support a particular course development platform such as Blackboard, the individual teacher's choice of technology will be more limited. But if no strategic decisions have been made by the institution, the teacher has a much wider range of choice but may not have much institutional support once the choice has been made. The second level of decision is what media to use within a particular technology. For instance, if the decision is made to deliver materials online, decisions still need to be made about when to use video, audio, graphics, and text. The models can be used to facilitate decisions about the choice of technology at both the strategic and the tactical level, and also to help decide within a particular technology the most appropriate balance between different media. Models for media selection. There are different models in media selection. There are plenty of models for media selection. Ramiszewski provides a good example of a system approach to instructional design and media selection. Reiser and Gagne discussed 10 models of media selection and identified several common characteristics of such theoretical models. There are several problems, though, with applying most models to the use of technology in teaching. First, most concentrate primarily in matching a particular medium to a particular fairly short instructional event such as reading a map. In such models, the teaching or learning process is fragmented into basic elements of activity, for example, understanding the symbols on a map, against which a particular medium is selected. The usual method is to adopt an algorithmic, reductionist approach to decision making, requiring many different media for even a small amount of teaching. For example, a map uses symbols, therefore graphics are needed to represent each symbol, and text or audio are requested to provide an explanation of each symbol. In reality, it is not practical for a teacher to go through all the individual activities in a single lesson and make this kind of analysis. Also, in such models, the rules or criteria for matching a media to a task are not usually spelled out. It is intuitive that a graphic will be needed to represent a symbol on a map, and there is no theoretical basis to explain why text might be better than audio or vice versa for explanation of the symbol. Furthermore, these models rarely deal with non-instructional practical issues such as cost and organizational requirements. Let us see the characteristics of the model. A model for selecting and applying technology is needed, therefore, that has the following characteristics. It will work in a variety of learning context. It allows decision to be taken at both a strategic, institution-wide level and at a tactical instructional level. It gives equal attention to educational and operational issues. It will identify critical differences between different media and technologies, thus enabling an appropriate mix to be chosen for any given context. It is easily understood, pragmatic and cost-effective. It will accommodate new developments in technology. Now let us see the actions model in media selection. Bates first developed and later refined the actions model to meet the above criteria. The action model was developed by Bates. It was intended as a set of questions to be asked by distance educators when making decisions about investment in technology and when choosing specific media and technology applications for a course. Each letter in the word actions has its own meaning. Let us see the meaning one by one. A in action stands for access. How accessible is a particular technology for learners? How flexible is it for a particular target group? In action stands for costs. What is the cost structure of each technology? What is the unit cost per learner? T in action stands for teaching and learning. What kind of learning are needed? What instructional approaches will meet these needs? What are the best technologies for supporting this teaching and learning? I in actions stands for interactivity and user friendliness. What kind of interaction does this technology enable? How easy is it to use? How easy it is to use. O in actions stand for organizational issues. What are the organizational requirements and the barriers to be removed before this technology can be used successfully? What changes in organization need to be made? N in actions stand for novelty, that is, how new is this technology? And at last, S in the actions stand for speed. How quickly can courses be mounted with this technology? How quickly can materials be changed? Bates argued that these questions should be asked in any educational context. However, the answers will depend on the context in which they are asked, including the teacher's own preferred ways of teaching and the institutional context in which the teaching will take place. This model has been applied both formally and informally in a number of different settings and has been found to be practical and useful. Although this model was originally adapted for distance education, it can be easily adapted for campus-based teaching with technology. And at last, we are going to see the section model of media selection. The section model was developed by Bates and Poole. Each letter in the sections model has its own meaning. Let us see the meaning of each letter one by one. S in the sections model stands for what is known about the students or potential students and the appropriateness of the technology for this particular group or range of students. E in the sections model stands for ease of use and reliability. That is, how easy is it for both students and teachers to use? How reliable and well tested is the technology? C in the sections model stands for costs. What is the cost structure of each technology? What is the unit cost per learner? T in the section's model stands for teaching and learning. That is, what kind of learning are needed, what instructional approaches will be best meet these needs, what are the best technologies for supporting this teaching and learning. I in the section's model stands for interactivity. That is, what kind of interaction does the technology enable. O in the section's model stands for organizational issues. That is, what are the organizational requirements and the barriers to be removed before this technology can be used successfully. What changes in the organization need to be made. N in the section's model stands for novelty. How new is this technology? And S in the section's model stands for how quickly can courses be mounted with this technology? How quickly can materials be changed? Even though these models are related to each other, it is very important to choose any one of the model to practice e-assessment. Either we can choose the existing models of media selection, or we can construct a media selection model according to the need of the e-assessment what you are going to have. Whatever, implementing one model or evolving suitable model for your e-assessment is very important. Thank you.